Hello, my name is Dylan Vaughn, and this is my book analysis over Joel Beckerman and Tyler Gray's novel, The Sonic Boom: How Sound Transforms the Way We Think, Feel, and Buy. I believe The Sonic Boom was a very insightful and helpful book in explaining the element of marketing that many of us don't think about on a regular basis. Oftentimes, we get so accustomed to the sounds around us that we tend to overlook their effect on our daily lives. I really appreciated Beckerman's personal experiences with businesses like Chili's, Disney, and AT&T while reading this book. Being that Joel Beckerman is the founder of Man-Made Music, a consulting company that uses sound to create sustainable marketing advantages within a business, there is no doubt that his knowledge is vast and clearly fruitful when pertaining to this subject. Beckerman's main idea within the totality of this novel is that sound has a profound ability to influence everyday people like you and me to not only think a certain way or feel a certain way, but that we can also be persuaded to purchase particular products in relation to what we hear. I am very much a skeptic when it comes to Beckerman's analysis over the subject. However, I do understand and validate his conclusions to a degree. Concepts where I agree with his ideologies include his idea that bad sound is worse than no sound. For example, Abercrombie and Fitch talk about a sensory overload. With regards to sound, Abercrombie and Fitch has blaring music, almost to a point where you can't even think long enough to remember why you walked into the store. I was there recently trying to shop for my younger cousins, and the cacophony of music immediately impacted my experience there in a negative way, in which case I left and went to American Eagle instead. In my opinion, they had a better environment for me to shop in. The New York Times did a study on Abercrombie and Fitch's decibel levels. Apparently, they average 88 decibels throughout their working hours, which is just below the limit to which the company would have to force their workers to wear ear protection. Their reasoning behind the racket is to control their audience. To be frank, younger people can withstand the music longer than old people. Little do they know, it's the parents nowadays that have the money to spend on their products, not the kids. No wonder their stock price has plummeted in the last 4 years. In my opinion, softer to no music would be more beneficial to their sales based on this ideology that Beckerman presents. Another concept I agree with is the impact that sound has on our everyday life, especially with respect to tone. Beckerman explains that boom moments occur when businesses or people use sound to rope in a lot of other senses, spark memories, tell rich stories with incredible efficiency, and most important, elicit feelings. And I would agree that the tone of one's voice, jingle, music, or anthem is invaluable to the emotions they provoke. Marketing master Jim Joseph said in an entrepreneurial article that how you use your voice is just as important as the voice itself when building your personal brand. Whether you want the happy-go-lucky tone associated with McDonald's Happy Meal and I'm loving it jingle, or against the establishment tone that Urban Outfitters portrays with their grotesque music choices and nearly socially unacceptable clothing lines, the key to long-term success in brand development is to choose what specific tone you want to perceive to the public and be consistent. Now, the concept I tend to disagree with Beckerman on is where he indicates that sound is the ultimate sense to connect people to events. I believe it's the effect of multisensory elements combined to make a positive or negative experience that dictates what people associate with that specific memory, whether that be a combination of taste, smell, touch, and even sound. For instance, chili sizzling fajitas that Beckerman references in his book may have sparked attention for initial buyers, but I believe in situations regarding food, taste plays a higher role in whether those buyers turn from a one-time consumer to a regular customer. If the customer doesn't like the fajitas, then I seriously doubt that the customer is going to come back to the restaurant just to hear the sizzle one more time. BBC News did a study over which sense was actually the closest link to memories. The results conclude that due to the olfactory bulb, which is responsible for processing smells in the brain, being the closest in proximity to our brain's hippocampus, where memories are stored, then they believe smell is the ultimate sense connecting people to events. And I would have to agree with them. I can count numerous times that a smell of lemon sent me back to the first house I lived in that had multiple lemon trees next to it. Or the smell of freshly brewed coffee early in the morning that sends me back to all the times I stayed at my grandparents' house when I was little. Though sound does this to me in some respect, it's not near as pronounced or frequent as smell does in connecting memories. As I said earlier, though I don't agree with all Beckerman's ideas, I do believe his personal success speaks for itself. In my own opinion, I believe that sound comes up short when targeted alone, but with the support of other senses, there's no limit to what the style of marketing can do for your business. Thank you for watching and have a great day.